Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, Counter-Spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
The final episode of Peter Lorre's Mystery in the Air, as it was broadcast September 25th, 1947, Crime and Punishment, an adaptation of the movie script of the Dostoyevsky novel. Now, I'm sure there are reasons why they went that way, perhaps because the novel was so huge, but let's get to it. Mystery in the Air, September 25th, 1947.
Mystery in the Air, starring Peter Lorre.
And it is now my great pleasure to confer our academic degree with honor on the most distinguished student of this class. Roderick Raskolnikov, step forward. In the history of our university, there have been few young men who have compared with him in mental brilliance, and few for whom the future held greater promise. Roderick, I've spoken for the university. Now I want to speak for myself. As a token of the esteem in which I hold you and your abilities, I want to present you with this watch.
Thank you, sir.
Well, read the inscription.
Script? Oh. To Roderick Raskolnikov, may his great gifts bring him the reward of honor and good fortune. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Roderick, my boy, I'm proud to have had you as one of us, and sad that you are leaving. Good luck to you, and God bless you.
Again tonight, Peter Lorre in the excitement of the great stories of the strange and unusual, of dark and compelling masterpieces culled from the four corners of world literature. Tonight, Crime and Punishment, adapted from the motion picture starring Peter Lorre and based on the novel by Fyodor Dostoyevsky.
So I, Roderick Raskolnikov, went to the city to achieve honor and good fortune. But 1 year later, I had achieved neither. Oh, I had written one book, a book on crime, which I had to sell to a publisher for barely enough money to pay my first 6 months' rent. Oh, the reviews were very nice. Yes, one of them said, the subject is handled with such brilliance that one wonders whether it's the work of a genius or a great detective, or both. Genius or great detective. Can't eat reviews. All the time I was starving in a garret room. Come in. Oh, it's you, Mrs. Barnum.
Yes, it's me. I haven't had a penny out of you in 6 months.
I know.
How much longer do you expect me to wait for my rent?
Well, can you stand the strain another half hour?
Oh, so you're going to pay me in half an hour?
Yes.
Just how are you going to raise the money?
Oh, that's very simple. I'm going to rob a bank.
Think you're funny, huh? Well, I don't. You're a disgrace to my house.
Maybe, but someday they'll put a sign on this house that I, Raskolnikov, had the privilege of starving here. I beg your pardon.
Oh.
Is there a pawnbroker? I think it's an old woman by the name of Leona. Does she live here?
Yes, one more flight up. I'll show you.
Yeah.
I'm going there myself.
Thank you very much. May I carry your package?
No, I can manage. It's this door here. Just ring the bell.
What do you want? Oh, it's you, Sonia. Come in. Who's this? One of your gentleman friends?
No, I met him on the stairs.
Well, what have you got this time?
This Bible.
And where did you steal this?
I didn't steal it. It's been in our family a long time.
What do you want for it?
The cover's inlaid with mother of pearl. The stones are garnets. It's worth at least 100 rubles.
I'll give you 6 rubles for it.
But
If you don't want it, leave it. What have you got, mister?
I have a watch.
I'll take the 6.
Here you are.
You said 6 rubles. You gave me 1.
That's right, 6 rubles. Less 3 months' interest for your shawl and 2 months on the necklace and silver buckles. That makes 5 rubles. 5 from 6 is 1 ruble. Well, what are you waiting for? Want your Bible back?
No.
Well, come on, get out! Get out! Common little gutter snipe. All right, mister. Let me see your watch.
Here.
To Roderick Raskolnikov.
That's me.
May his great gifts bring him the reward of honor and good fortune. It's inscribed. I can't give you as much.
I want 50 rubles on it.
I'll give you 10.
All right, give me the 10.
There you are. What are you staring at? Don't look at me like that.
I'm not looking, I'm not staring. I was watching you put the young lady's Bible and my watch into that trunk, that's all.
But I've got nothing in here. Nothing but a lot of trash. A lot of trash. Get out of here.
As you say. Oh, forgive me. Oh, it's you, Miss Sonia. What are you looking for?
My ruble dropped out of my hand when she pushed me out the door.
Somebody ought to push her straight into the next world. What use is all that money to her? Is her miserly life worth 100 others like yours, Simon? I'd like to take her by the throat.
You shouldn't say things like that.
That black beetle. Here's your ruble. I found it.
You didn't find that? You took a ruble out of your pocket.
I didn't know. I swear I didn't.
Well, Thank you. I forgot there was still some kindness in the world.
I forgot there was still some beauty in it.
What do you want at this hour? It's after midnight.
It's me, Raskolnikov, don't you remember? I've got a valuable vanity case this time.
Fine hour this is to come around with your rubbish. But come in. Let's see this valuable vanity case.
Here.
It's heavy enough. What's it made of? Lead?
Gold.
I'll believe that when I see it. Oh, what's the idea of making so many knots? I can't untie this thing.
I'll show you the idea.
Put down that poker! Put down that poker!
I will!
Please!
On your head, you dirty, you old hag! Come in. Oh, good morning, Miss Possum. Fine day, don't you think? Very fine day, huh?
I didn't come up here about the weather.
Oh, no. It's about the money, yes. Well, I'll have it today. I promise I'll have it today.
Not about the money either.
No, about what?
There's a policeman downstairs.
Policeman? What is he?
Here he is now. Ask him yourself.
Are you the writer Raskolnikov?
Yes.
Well, come along with me. You're wanted at headquarters.
There must be some mistake. Yes, there must be some mistake. I haven't done anything. What have I done?
You'll find out when you get there. Come along.
In a few moments, Mr. Peter Lorre will bring us the climax of tonight's Mystery in the Air.
September 25th, 1947, Mystery in the Air on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
Attention Walmart shoppers. Now you can order one of the most advanced hearing aids on the market for hundreds, not thousands of dollars. Hearing Assist's most advanced product lineup includes models that use an exclusive app for enhanced control over what you want to hear. It's perfect if you have a smartphone or iPhone to hear everything better. And we have 2 great ways for you to get one. You can call the number at the end of this ad and order directly. Or you can call this same number and we will text you a complete list of Walmart Vision Center locations. We make it easy for you to hear better. Remember, call this number today to order and have a text message instantly sent to your phone to find the Walmart Vision Center near you. Here's that special number.
Call 800-360-0597. 800-360-0597. 800-360-0597. That's 800-360-0597.
Perhaps the length of Dostoyevsky's original novel is why they adapted the movie script. The Dostoyevsky novel was over 500 pages, and I imagine that it was less daunting to edit down the motion picture script. But still, I'm sure there were things that were left out. On Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, September 25th, 1947, Mystery in the Air's adaptation of Crime and Punishment, starring an individual who was in the motion picture Crime and Punishment, Peter Lorre.
Roderick Raskolnikov, trembling with fear, now stands before the clerk in the police station.
Raskolnikov. Let's see. Oh, yeah. You owe your landlady 30 rubles, and you refuse to vacate the premises.
Is that why? Is that why I've been brought here?
Yes. Are you going to pay, or must we throw you out?
No. I'll pay. I'll pay tomorrow. No, it's my rent. It's
not funny. Quiet.
No, it's the rent, you see. Do you hear it?
Quiet, I say.
30 rubles.
No.
That's why I've been brought here. Oh, it's wonderful.
Stop that shouting. No, stop it. What's going on here? Who's that maniac? He's a writer named Raskolnikov.
Huh? Oh, Raskolnikov. Just the man I want to see.
Me? Why, sir?
I'm Inspector Porfiry.
Oh, Commissioner.
I read your excellent book about the crime and criminals.
Oh, you flatter me, sir.
No, I really mean it. You know, I thought I knew something about the subject, but your book put me and my staff in the kindergarten class. I must talk to you. Come into my office.
Thank you, sir.
By the way, perhaps you'd like to help us on a new murder case. It'll give you a chance to see how the blundering police work.
Well, a murder case?
An old pawnbroker was killed last night.
Huh?
A well-known character named Leona.
Yes, I've heard of her.
Oh? What do you know about her?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Think you'll get him easily? Guilty man?
Who knows? We may have him now.
What do you mean?
We brought a man in this morning, a house painter. He had been working in a flat under Leona's.
Oh? Do you think he did it?
Well, it doesn't really matter. He was found with a pair of earrings. He had blood on his hands. Oh, of course, he has an explanation for these things, but he'll do as a suspect, just to keep our records clear.
Records clear. You mean that...
Of course. But come, let's discuss your book. Let's see if your theory can be applied to this case.
My theory? What?
Yes. You wrote that ordinary men must obey the law because they are ordinary. But extraordinary men have the right to transgress the law.
No.
Isn't that right?
No, not exactly. What I said was that extraordinary men shouldn't be judged by ordinary standards. For example, take Napoleon if...
I doubt if Napoleon murdered the old pawnbroker.
Oh. I'm glad my theories give you a chance to be witty.
If your theory is right, it would make it a lot simpler for us policemen. If your extraordinary men had some distinguishing mark, say a medal or a ribbon, or
resemblance to Napoleon.
What do you mean?
Like yourself, for instance. But to get back to our murderer in this case, he was ordinary enough, all right. Nothing but a stupid coward.
What do you mean?
If he hadn't been in a panic, he'd have found the old woman's money. 1,500 rubles tucked away in the mattress.
Huh?
Instead, he took a lot of junk that's no use to him, and he can't unload it. I've got my men watching every outlet.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Inspector, you've promised to show me your blundering police methods, and you certainly have. You're holding a man who's probably entirely innocent just to keep your records clear, huh?
Well, the painter will do until the real murderer comes in. And he will come in. He'll give himself up through fear. Fear of the law or of God.
Oh, yes?
In the meantime, I'll just wait.
I admit I was furious, stupid, coward indeed, but then I realized that I wasn't a coward at all. On the contrary, in facing the inspector so calmly, I had learned not to be afraid. Still, I needed money, and now I didn't dare to sell any of the old woman's stuff. I determined to try my newfound courage on a publisher of my book.
Sit down, Mr. Raskolnikov. I'm glad to see you. We had very nice response on your book.
Oh, that's good. I've almost finished another one.
Oh, is that so? Oh, you might let us see it when it's done.
Well, you see, as a matter of fact, another publisher, well, he has offered me an advance of 750 rubles on it.
He has?
Yes.
The pirate. You're my discovery.
Well...
Look, I'll give you 1,000 rubles advance. How's that?
Oh, that's fine. That's wonderful. Yes, it's wonderful. I took the money. I paid my landlady in full. I bought myself a whole new outfit of clothes. Oh, I was riding on top of the world. But then a disturbing thought occurred to me. Of course, the inspector hadn't suspected me for a moment, but undoubtedly he would find my name in the old pawnbroker's books. He might think it curious. I hadn't mentioned it myself. I decided to go and see him again, voluntarily, yes, out of my own free will. That's what an innocent man would do, or would he? Well, anyway, I'm going.
The inspector will see you in just a moment.
Thank you. I'm in no hurry.
Well, Mr. Raskolnikov.
Sonia, what are you doing here?
The inspector sent for me. He returned my Bible. He asked me a few questions.
Questions? What kind of questions?
About the day I went to the pawnbroker.
Did he want to know anything about me?
Yes.
What did you tell him?
About the money you gave me.
Oh.
And then he wanted to know.
What? What did he want to know?
Before I knew what had happened, he made me tell him what you said.
What?
That she deserved to die.
Well, she did,
The inspector will see you now, Mr. Raskolnikov.
Sonia, I must see you later. Where do you live?
Catherine Street, first house from the bridge, second floor.
I'll be over as soon as I can. Wait for me.
This way, sir.
Thank you.
Ah, Mr. Raskolnikov. I'm delighted to see you again.
I've come to claim my watch.
Here. Your watch?
Come on, let's not beat around the bush. I hated to part with it, but I need the money, so I took it to the old woman and...
What old woman?
Oh, you know, the pawnbroker, the one we were talking about.
Oh, did you have dealings with her?
Did I? You know I had. You know I was there. I mean, isn't my name in her book?
Oh, wait a minute. Why, so it is. Funny, I didn't notice it.
What are you trying to do, upset me?
Upset me? No, not at all. And I'm sorry, but there's no watch listed among her effects. I'm afraid it's still in the murderer's possession.
Well, thank you very much. I must be going.
By the way, that's a new suit, isn't it?
Yes, it is. What of it? Why shouldn't I be wearing a new suit, huh?
Things have taken a turn for the better, eh?
Yes, things have taken a turn for the better. I sold another book.
Congratulations. I hope you'll have some theories in this one that'll help me solve this murder. We're still holding that poor wretch of a painter.
Oh, your real murderer hasn't come in, huh?
No, not yet. But I haven't given up hope.
Oh, you're very optimistic. That's good. Suspect anyone in particular?
Oh, I suspect anyone and everyone.
That's good.
I'll admit now that for a time I even connected you with the murder.
Me?
Yes. You know how a policeman's mind functions.
No, I don't.
I began piecing things in a pattern. Your desperate poverty, the fact you almost fainted when I mentioned the murder the first time. Your talk of supermen being above the law.
Oh, now I can see.
You're going around town flashing all that money, which I didn't know until just now came from your publisher.
You had me followed, huh?
Well, a matter of routine.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. If I were the guilty man, I'd be too smart to try to sell that junk. I'd have gone into the country and buried it under stone. You hear me? Yes, under a big, heavy stone.
So?
Come on, accuse me of murder if you like, but don't insult me by believing that I'd overlook 1,500 rubles in a mattress. Try your clumsy methods on half-wits, like that poor fool you're going to sacrifice, just to keep your records clear.
But I'm not accusing you. I don't accuse a man I think is guilty if I have no proof. I just sit and wait.
Yeah, you sit and wait. Stop playing this cat and mouse game with me. Yes. If you think you have a case against me, come on, arrest me or bring me to a trial. I'll show you how.
Yes, I did.
Inspector,
I did.
this man just confessed.
Yes, I confess.
And the conclusion of Mystery in the Air when Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox continues.
Listen up, guys. Are you experiencing any of the following? Fatigue, less drive, poor performance? If so, you may be one of the nearly 30 million men in the U.S. today dealing with ED. But did you know you don't have to pay hundreds for a prescription anymore? And you don't have to deal with the hassle of seeing the doctor or the embarrassment of going to the pharmacy for a certain pill. Now, with one free call, you can find out how Herbal Virility Max can help you feel like a man again. For over a decade, Herbal Virility Max has helped guys just like you put a smile back on their face with improved performance and drive. Call today and ask about our buy one, get one free offer.
800-772-6113. 800-772-6113. 800-772-6113. That's 800-772-6113.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, the conclusion of Mystery in the Air, an adaptation of Dostoyevsky's Crime and Punishment, September 25th, 1947.
I'm guilty. I'm the murderer. Punish me.
You're lying, you fool. You didn't kill her.
I hit her over the head with a poker. I hate her.
You idiot. You didn't even know about her until we arrested you. You didn't know anything about it until we beat it into you. Take him away, officer. He wants to go to Siberia that badly.
I'm guilty, I tell you. I'm guilty.
Get him out of here.
Oh, what a triumph for your methods, Inspector. First you tried to make him confess, and now you tried to make him believe he's innocent. Doesn't your conscience ever bother you?
No. Let the real murderer suffer from his conscience, and it'll trouble him. He's no Napoleon. No, he's not hard enough. He'll come in, and I'll be waiting for him. I'll be waiting.
Good luck.
Who is it?
It's me.
Oh, where have you been?
No, I'm walking the streets. I don't know how long. I know it's late. I had to talk to you, Sonia. I may never see you again.
You're going away?
Yes.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
And why?
Because I'm free now. Yes, I'm free. Free to go where I please and do what I please. And
Free? From what?
police, they suspected me of the murder. Oh, it's all over now. Sonia, come away with me.
Did they find the guilty man?
They had him all along. He confessed this morning.
Who was it?
Oh, a painter who worked in a house. Why all these questions? Leave me alone. I've been questioned enough. Please put that Bible away. I don't want to be reminded of that old hag.
And Jesus said, "Take away the stone."
What stone? What stone are you talking about? How do you know I hid it under a stone?
It's the stone under which Lazarus was buried. Then they took away the stone from the place where the dead man was. And Jesus lifted up his eyes and said, "Father, thou hast heard me." And when he had thus spoken, he cried in a loud voice, "Lazarus, come forth." And he that was dead came forth.
Sonia. Sonia!
You should kneel to me.
Have mercy on me, Sonia. I killed that old woman. I killed her.
Why did you do it?
I was mad. What shall I do now?
I don't know what to tell you. Because you have no faith.
What if I did have faith?
Then I would tell you to confess.
Huh?
Atone for what you've done.
Confess to the police?
How else can you save the one who's being punished in your place?
Confess and go to Siberia and rot in prison, Sonia? How can you ask me to do that?
Because I love you.
You love me? Sonia, I know it. I know it now. I have faith. You have given it to me. You have made me see myself, as I really was, and just a coward who thought himself brave. All right, Sonia, I'll go and do as you say.
Oh, my darling. I'll wait for you. I'll always wait for you. Forever.
Come in.
Good evening, Inspector.
Good evening, Raskolnikov. I've been expecting you. I've been expecting you for quite a long time.
And now here is Peter Lorre for a final word.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in a way, this is my final word, because tonight our summer series of classic mysteries comes to a close. I feel deeply grateful for your response to our efforts. Also, at this time, I'd like to thank our sponsors for giving me the opportunity. And I certainly feel compelled to express my deep appreciation for all those men who have worked with me, especially our director, Mr. Cal Coon. Next Thursday night, Bob Hawk's show, one of America's favorite quiz shows, will be heard over these same NBC stations. They tell me Mr. Hawk doesn't murder anybody. Oh, he just quizzes them. Well, to each his own. Good night.
Crime and Punishment has been adapted from the screenplay Crime and Punishment by arrangement with Columbia Pictures, producers of the Technicolor musical Down to Earth. Music for Mystery in the Air was composed and conducted by Paul Barron. The artists supporting Mr. Lorre tonight were Henry Morgan, Peggy Weber, Joe Kearns, Ben Wright, Louis Van Ruten, Gloria Ann Simpson, and Herbert Butterfield. This is Michael Roy in Hollywood wishing you all a pleasant good night.
And yes, the Henry Morgan referred to in this is better known as Harry Morgan. Probably better remembered as Colonel Potter on MASH. And that is Mystery in the Air, the final episode, September 25th, 1947, right here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
You know, it's true. Difficult times have a way of focusing us. We have to think about what matters most when it comes to our spending, our health care. No doubt. This is why so many people are joining Metashare right now. Medishare is a trusted way to save up to 50% on your monthly healthcare costs. More than 400,000 people have already made the switch. It's pretty obvious why, too, especially now during this challenging season with healthcare costs and out-of-pocket expenses going up. Medishare can save you a lot of money. The typical family saves $500 a month. And Medishare is a Christian healthcare sharing ministry that's worked beautifully for 29 years. There are different options to choose from to fit your budget. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Maybe now is the perfect time to make the switch and start saving. Here you go. Call 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
We close out this hour of classic radio theater with Wyatt Cox with an episode of Speed Gibson of the International Secret Police, September 25th, 1937.
Speed Gibson of the International Secret Police.
Ceiling zero, ceiling zero, ceiling zero, ceiling zero, ceiling zero.
Bob Gilmore, stationed 200 miles up the Siang River from Hong Kong, calls Speed, Clint, and Barney over his shortwave set, saying that he has located the missing Marcia Winfield in a native house some 30 miles from his own place. Clint, determined to trace the Octopus by way of another passage they discovered in the Siang Tunnel, sends Barney in the bullet monoplane to rescue the girl as well as bring Gilmore back. Meanwhile, the Octopus plants dynamite in the secret passageway to snare Clint should he try to gain entrance and dispatches Splinters, a renegade aviator, to the house where Marcia is held prisoner. The boys see him leave as Barney is preparing for his flight, and Barney starts in hot pursuit. Meanwhile, Splinters calls the Octopus over his radio telephone.
Flight station OC-41, calling OC-127. OC-41, calling OC-127. Stand by for two-way conversation. Come in.
OC-127 replying to OC-41. Ready for two-way, Splinters.
Yes, sir. I want to report that I'm 150 miles up the Siang River. We'll soon turn off from my objective.
Before you do that, Splinters, I want you to stop at Bob Gilmore's place on the river.
What?
I showed you the location on your map last night. You cannot miss it because of its shortwave transmitters. Pay him a call, Splinters, and see to it that he gives no more information to the secret police.
But, Octopus, I never killed anything in my life. I can't walk right up to this Gilmore guy and...
Well?
Oh, please let me just fly to where the Winfield gals hid out and follow orders from there. Let me pass up Bob Gilmore.
Splinters?
Yes?
Would you like to return to the torture dungeon?
No. Do anything you want to me, but don't send me back there.
Then obey my orders. Drop in on Bob Gilmore. And do not fail. If you do, you know what awaits you.
Yeah, all right, I'll do it. I can see his transmitters now. I'll be there pretty quick.
Very well. Have you seen anything to arouse your suspicions?
No, nothing. Visibility's kind of bad. River mist.
It is well. I would prefer that no one sees you around Gilmore's place. And remember, do not fail. If you do, you will be the one to suffer.
Hello, who are you?
Are you Bob Gilmore?
Why, yes.
Clint Barlow sent me up to see you.
Clint? Why, that's great.
I heard your plane land a minute ago, and I thought it might be Clint himself or Barney. I couldn't make heads or tails out of his shortwave conversation last night.
You ain't expecting him.
Well, no, not exactly, but I'd hoped...
Hope don't mean nothing.
What?
Have you got something hot to drink? There's coal flying in that open ship.
Well, sure. I put the coffee on just a little while ago. Should be about right by now. I'll get you some.
No, wait.
What are you doing with that gun?
He told me to shoot you when you wasn't looking. But I can't shoot a guy in the back. I wouldn't, not even for him.
What are you talking about? Are you crazy?
Yeah, I was crazy to ever get mixed up with that guy. But you don't know what he'll do to you if you don't obey orders. You don't know about his torture room.
Clint Barlow hasn't got any torture room. He's the best fellow I know.
No, it ain't Barlow. That was a come-on. I'm working for the Octopus.
Octopus?
Yeah. He figured you were doing too much talking, see? So I'm the guy to shut you up. Me, Splinters.
Splinters? An aviator. They told me about you.
Yeah? I tried to kidnap Speed Gibson off in Wake Island. But they caught me, and just as I was going to blab all I know about the Octopus to Barlow, the Octopus gang dragged me back. And I've been in the torture room ever since. That's why I got to shoot you, see? Shoot you down without a chance.
Give me that gun.
Now, keep away. Now, keep back from me, I tell you.
Give me that gun,
No,
Splinters.
no.
Yep. Give it to me, you lunatic.
Oh! Let me alone.
There, come on.
I told you to stay away from me. Now you're going to get a taste of this gun whether you want to or not. Plane. Wonder who it is. Barney Dunlap. And he's coming here. I got to get out of here. Out the back way. Yeah, then I can take off while he's in here. I'll get away all right. Out the back way. All right, put him up. Well, for the love of... Huh. Nobody's here. But that plane outside.
Oh.
Bob Gilmore.
Oh.
Suffering wang-doodles. That guy slugged him with the butt of his gun. Bob. Oh, where's some water? Oh, here's some. Here you are, fella. This'll snap you out of it.
Oh.
The aviator. He went out the back way. Hey, you out there! Stop! Come back here! Come back here, you! Come back! Come back here! Come back! Everything happens at once. I don't know whether to tend to Bob, follow that aviator, or try and tell Clint what's happened over the short wave. Nope. I'll stay with Bob. That guy might have fractured his skull. I can't leave him now.
By this time, Splinters should have done away with Bob Gilmore and be well on his way to Marshal Winfield, Quan Wu.
Yes, Master. Unless he encounter difficulty.
Not with Bob Gilmore, certainly. I told Splinters to use Barlow's name to gain entrance.
Even now, I do not trust Splinters, Master. He may throw himself on Gilmore's mercy in order to escape from the band.
No, he fears me too much.
That very fear may drive him to extremes.
No, Quan Wu. Men do not forget my torture room so easily. I once took him from under the very noses of the secret police. I could do so again should he be so unwise as to try and escape me. But now, I will speak with him again. OC-127 calling flight station OC-41. OC-127 calling flight station OC-41. Standing by. Come in, Splinters.
Yeah? Octopus?
Have you accomplished your mission at Gilmore's?
Yeah, I left him on the floor.
Are you sure, Splinters? You're not lying to me?
No, he was dead to the world, I tell you.
Very well. Then proceed according to your orders. But make sure there is no slip-up, Splinters.
Yes, sir.
What is it, Master?
Something is wrong, Quan Wu. I detected it in Splinter's voice.
Yes?
I want you to go immediately to Dr. Kingsley's. Let me know what you learn there. I have already attended to Li Ying's tea house. At least, if my men followed out my orders.
And Marshal Winfield, Master?
I shall give further orders to my operators there to make doubly sure that Splinters will not fail me. Meanwhile, the dynamite has been placed in the rock door tunnel. No matter what happens, no matter which way the secret police move, They will find me ready for them.
Yeah, I like riding in rickshaws, Clint. They're a lot better than taxis.
That's because they're new to you, Speed. If you'd ridden in rickshaws all your life, you'd get a whale of a kick riding in taxicab.
Yeah, guess I would. Clint, do you think Barney's all right?
No, I thought you weren't going to worry about Barney.
Well, I'm not. I can't help thinking about him flying after that octopus ship and what might happen.
You know, some very wise person once said that most of our lives are spent worrying about troubles that never happen. Now, you profit by that, Speed.
I'll try. Are we going back to Dr. Kingsley's after we talk to Ying?
Oh, probably. I want to see if I've received an answer to my cable to Chief Riley on the way, too. You hungry, Speed?
You bet I am.
Yeah, we'll have breakfast with Ying and give us a chance to discuss the tunnel at the same time. I don't want you on that job, Speed. It's far too dangerous.
Clint, I found that secret passage in the first place.
I know, and that's enough for you to do. Leave the rest of it to Ying and me. If we should actually get on the trail of the octopus, it certainly won't be any place for a 15-year-old.
But I'm a member of the secret police.
And a very valuable one. That's why I want to make sure of your safety when possible. No, you stay with Dr. Kingsley and Jean and wait for a possible word from Barney.
Oh, you always say that.
Yes, and I notice you always end up in the thick of the trouble. Well, this time I'm going to make sure you're out of it. Well, here we are at Ying's. Now you go ahead and tell him we're here, Speed, while I pay the rickshaw boy.
Okay, Clint. Funny nobody's in the place this morning. I wonder where Ying is. Ying! Hey, Ying! That funny music isn't even playing. Wonder where he can be. Ying, where are you? It's Speed!
Well, haven't you seen Ying yet, Speed?
No, I've been calling him.
Hey, wait a minute, hold on. I smell smoke.
Clint, look, I see it. There's some smoke in that hall that leads to the tea storehouse.
Quick, follow me.
Well, what do you think's wrong, Clint?
I don't know, but there's something up.
Well, shall I call the fire department?
Not till I investigate this place a little more. Here we are. Crime laboratory's on fire. Look, part of the false wall is burned away.
Clint, do you think Ying could be caught in there?
I don't know, but this looks like the octopus job, all right. Ying! Li Ying!
He doesn't answer, and we can't see through that smoke. It's making my eyes tear so much I can't even see you.
Speed, you go call the fire department.
But what are you going to do?
I'm going there and see if Ying has been trapped in the laboratory.
Then I'm going with you.
No, I haven't time to argue. The flames are spreading.
Please, Clint, you're going alone. The smoke might get you, too.
As your uncle and as your superior officer, I forbid you to follow me into the crime laboratory. I've ordered you to call the fire department. Obey orders.
But, Clint!
I've got to see if Ying is in this room.
Clint, come back! The fire's spreading too fast. You haven't got a chance. Clint! Clint!
September 25th, 1937, Speed Gibson of the International Secret Police here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. Visit our webpage, classicradio.stream, where you can stream our shows on demand, learn more about classic radio collecting. You can contact me there, find our social media links, and you can also buy me a coffee. That Buy Me a Coffee money goes toward acquiring additional classic radio collections to bring to you here on the radio. Thank this station, support their advertisers, and as always, tell your friends the great radio shows are right here at this spot on the dial. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite radio station.